Okay, I hope the sound comes out okay on this. For those of you who've been wondering what the hell has Manuel been doing in Colombia for so long, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the neighborhood and my usual haunts. And a little bit of how we drive in Medellin. So first off, that's my place. This is the neighborhood where I live. And luckily for me, right down the street is a great mechanics shop where they helped me rebuild my transmission after my last big fall. And this is kind of a crazy intersection. Thank you. And let's take a gander over with the mechanic guys. Have them say hello. For anybody needing repair of their motorcycle in Medellin, I highly recommend these guys. So here they are. And they seem to be a little busy at the moment, but so let's go have a good tour of Medellin. And been here for better part of 8 months. A lot of people will say hi to me on the road. People are super friendly in Medellin. Made a lot of good friends. Met a lot of interesting people. And enjoyed my stay here. I'm leaving in 4 days. I'm actually kind of sad, but the trip must go on. So from here I'm going to go to Venezuela for 2 weeks. After that I'm going to come back to Colombia, but not to Medellin. I'm going to Santa Marta, in the Caribbean, close to the Venezuelan border. So my reason for going to Venezuela is just pretty much a visa run, so I can get another 3 months in Colombia, as well as get another 3 months of the motorcycle permit here in Colombia. And what I'm going to do in Santa Marta is I've already got my advanced driving certificate or training, whatever you want to call it, from Patty. And what I'm going to do now is my rescue diver, my instructor, and then dive master. So that should take about 3 months. Oh, and don't freak out. Motorcycles regularly do this here. Whoa, whoa. And hit a few mirrors because Fiona is a plus-size German lady, and she tends to get stuck sometimes in between the cars. But everyone I've scratched their mirrors or done anything like that with has always been extremely nice and very understanding. And even though I've offered to pay to get the mirror painted or repaired or whatever, nothing's been really damaged except for, like, you know, a plastic scratch. And they've all refused. They just want to hear the story of where the hell are my license plates from and how the heck did I get it over the Caribbean into South America. Actually made friends like that. Carretera Regional, something regional. And cops are always stopping the bikes, check their papers, make sure they're not stolen. I've never been stopped, not even once, except for speeding, and they did let me off the hook. Oh, and by the way, you'll notice people seem to really take pride on their cars here, especially when they're old like that, and they do some amazing stuff with the older vehicles here. They keep them running because cars are super expensive here. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna head through some portion of El Poblado, which is the nice part of town, and into Envigado, which is also a very nice part of town. Cross a little bit of traffic over the river, which crosses Medellin, and visit a friend. I like the red brick architecture, kind of rough and beautiful at the same time. Especially Medellin, it seems to be, even more than Bogota, very much so motorcycle oriented. Yeah, little fender bender. And there's always sexy girls on motorcycles. Love Colombia. Oh. Yep, even that guy was looking. Let's follow the sexy lady. I think the only 2 times I've almost gotten into an accident in Colombia has been because I've been distracted by the super sexy girl in stilettos riding a motorcycle. There's just something about a girl in stilettos riding a motorcycle that makes the bells and whistles go off in my mind. So this is El Poblado. We're on, I believe this is Las Vegas, which would make sense because the casino is here. No, this is Avenida del Poblado. Las Vegas is one down on our right. So this is kind of the nicer part of town, upper middle class. There is obviously some very shanty parts of town that a lot of people say should be avoided, but I've got friends who live there And oh, she beat me. And I've taken my bike all the way in there and never had an issue. For those of you who've been wondering what the hell has Manuel been doing in Colombia for so long, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the neighborhood. And so first off, that's my place. This is the neighborhood where I live. And luckily for me, okay, I hope the sound comes out okay on this. My usual haunts. And a little bit of how we drive in Medellin.